Hey, beautiful angel, I don't even know who needs to hear this message today, but I promise you, if you're here, if you found this video, boy, oh boy, you are going through many changes. And in the future, there will be even more changes. Many events will happen next few weeks, next few months, because God wanted me to speak to you today and to pass on a simple message. And when this happens, prepare. Get ready because your time is coming. So God wanted me to share this message with you today. You are not asking enough. When you are going through changes, it feels to you like you have to do it on your own. This is your task. This is your assignment. You gotta be strong. You gotta figure it out on your own. And God is telling you, I'm here. You are not asking enough. Ask. Pray without ceasing. Like ask, and then ask again. I felt really strongly how much God wants us to ask for our blessings. Because when we think we know everything, it does not come from a soulful place. Most of the time it comes from the head, from also our ego self, like we are in control. So, something interesting happened today. And that's how I got this one message. So, I'm here in this new country and I have a girl who does my nails. She's a beautiful local girl. She's amazing. She's the mother of 2 kids. So this morning I went to get my nails done and she was very upset because I don't speak the language, but as far as I could understand, she had an argument with an old friend, so they're not talking. So she's upset. She's really upset. She said she couldn't sleep through the night, but she's also very proud. She does not want to reach out, take that first step and call her friend and settle the argument. She's like, nope. They were back and forth with some messaging and rude comments. So there was a lot of emotions in her. And I'm there I'm listening. She speaks from her heart. She pours out her pain and she just in the place when she's very open and vulnerable. And I'm just there listening. And then I simply notice she has images of like Divine Mother, of Jesus, and a lot of these images. And the thought, the spiritual download that I have right that moment was, well, did you ask the divine? Did you ask God for strength, for wisdom, so for help? It's a difficult situation, but when you are suffering, when you are at night overthinking and you try to make things right, did you ask God for help? Maybe just release these burdens to higher power because the circumstances are greater than you, greater than your human strength. And she was like, she paused for a second and then she said, no, I did not call upon God. I did not talk to God at all. I'm just having these conversations with this girl, with a friend in my mind. And then I just said out loud, you need to ask God. Ask the divine for assistance. And I kid you not, this is God's honest truth. The moment I said it, lights in her entire house went out. Boom, all of a sudden it was like all of the work lights were off and electricity. There was no electricity in the entire house. It was just like a moment, a breakthrough. She looked at me like, what the hell happened? What did you do? She's like, are you talking to your spirits? I'm like, no. I think it's just God is trying to make a point. The divine, your guides, your angels are trying to make a point. That's what needs to be done. And this is God's way of showing you to ask. Because, like, in this moment, it was a miracle. It was almost like a divine intervention. So she went to check the lights, and then she, went to the neighbor, and then the neighbor came into the house. So they were trying to fix whatever they were trying to fix. And then, so eventually, like 5 minutes later, the lights were back on. But the whole event was just, it happened so unexpectedly and at the right time. It's like, you cannot make this stuff up. That's how God sometimes speaks to us. Events happen out of the blue, so you get over yourself and you understand that, okay, there is a greater reality. There are things in your life that you just simply, as a human, may be struggling to control, but you don't have to. You don't have to. This is not your job. You are here as a co-creator, and divine is always on your side. Just a simple ask. So God wanted me to pass on this message to you today. You're not asking enough. What can you do right now to ask and ask again? Something in you is resisting just to ask, just to trust that divine is wiser. There is a better way. There is a different way. When God can show you a path that you've not seen before. Maybe with her, she could find strength within her heart to take that first step. If she has a divine hand upon her, she does not feel vulnerable. She doesn't feel like a victim. She does not feel like she is trapped in these feelings and circumstances. That's what happens when we forget that we are here, we are walking this path with God. And in moments when we cannot do this, we cannot fight this forever, whatever that fight is. The simple act of asking, help me to deal with this, God, universe, life, help me to deal with this. It's bigger than me. Admitting that the circumstances are greater than your ability to deal with the feelings, and simply say, please take care of this for me. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And I hope God does not turn off the lights in your house so you can just be inspired to do this again and again. You've got what it takes. And asking is not the sign of weakness. It is a sign of recognition that God's only waiting for you to ask. Universe is only waiting for you to ask. Everywhere it says, ask and you shall receive. Ask. But also know, when you ask, be ready to receive. For my beautiful nail girl, she could find the courage to have a difficult conversation, like to call her friend and talk to her from a place of love, not from a place of blame. And this is divine intervention. This can save this friendship. This could give them a new opportunity to reinvent their friendship and see each other with new eyes, because obviously they're going through transition. They're going through changes. They're changing. And at crossroads, you always change and you leave people behind who are no longer on the same path with you. You know it. How many people truly have been with you and have been loyal to your friendship? Very few people, but you also know that you've had difficult times. There were moments when, as friends, you almost broke up and it felt like it was over. But then you found the courage, they found the courage, you discussed, you talked, and you healed that path, and you continued walking this path together. No matter where you are, no matter what's going on in your life. I feel this very strongly today. God says, you're not asking enough. So today, ask. Ask for what you need. Ask without, it's not like you are begging, or you are just trying to get something for nothing, you are asking for a birthright. And your birthright is infinite help, infinite abundance, and infinite support. And you can receive that support right now, right this moment. Right this moment, as you listen to these words, just start talking to God, start opening your heart, start feeling the presence of God in your life. And then early in the morning, when your eyes, see that first light of the day, you ask for blessings, you ask for divine help. Then no matter what happens to you during the day, you will know that God is with you. Life is on your side. You've asked, and when you ask, you shall receive. You have no fear. There's nothing to fear because you have God on your side. You have divine walking every step of the way with you. So ask for more. You are on the right path.